All right, all right, all right. Yes, yes. It is day four, you guys, of the Build Your Wealth Challenge. Buying from banks. Build Your Wealth Challenge, buying from banks. And give me 1 second. These technical difficulties. Oh my gosh. But hey, welcome to day four. And I'm telling you, it's an exciting training for me. Super pumped on day four to deliver more content, more information, so you can see the power of this training that I'm offering, the power of note buying. I just want to recap. Yesterday I had talked about getting some larger graphics so that you guys could see my KPIs, okay? And my KPIs on the bottom, I'm going to show this to you. I'll show you the KPIs also. This is why I come a little early. The key performance indicators. What these are, these graphs, these charts, I have 15 deals. 15 deals right along the bottom here, okay? This white area, you can't see it, okay? Let me make sure I get my hands right. You can't see those 15 deals. I've broken those 15 deals down into 8 different categories, 8 different slices of this house, so that we can look at, me and my students can look at the profits, how to increase our profits and eliminate risk when we invest our money in the real estate. It's very powerful. So let me just try to bring this in real close to you. The first KPI is total profit. Total profit. And you'll see the one that skyrockets to the top. That's my student Ron that made $1.2 million. Now at the far end is a wholesaler, fix and flipper, and a landlord. And on the far end, the high end, that's note buying. That's note buying. That's the profits from buying a note. My students are making some of the most money per deal in the United States, bar none. Ron made $1.2 million in 1 hour from buying a commercial note from a bank. That is powerful, you guys. I believe that's a record. I don't know of anybody else that has students that are making this type of money. And what I'm here to show you is the power of buying notes, which again is the most powerful real estate investment strategy in the world, and it's been around the longest. Again, this is how banks get rich, okay? Next KPI is total investment, okay? And all you're seeing is charts from different deals of what my students have invested into real estate to make the profits that we have achieved, me and my students, okay? That's the total amount we invested. These are the analytics, the data. And again, my favorite one, which I've been working with you guys on, is return on investment. Return on the investment. Again, if you look to the high side with the graph, the highest graph, that's my student Holly. My student Holly, that's a 4,444% return on her investment that you see all the way to the top. And then to the far end where there's hardly any graphs, that is a wholesaler, that is a fix and flip, and a landlord on that far end, as far as comparing return on investment and showing you the proof and the facts about, again, investing in notes. The tallest one is 4,444%. That's my student Holly. She bought a note from a bank for $9,000 and made $400,000 of profit. Again, I'm talking about the KPIs. I went and made larger copies to try to show this to you guys. These KPIs are included in my course, which I'm going to talk about. Next, the time to get investment back. When you invest your money, you need to know and project how long it's going to take to get your money back. That's a key statistic, a key indicator of if you should do the deal or not. Okay? When you invest your money, when do you expect to get that money back? And again, yesterday I talked about this. When I invest my money at 14%, okay, I want to get my money back in 86 months. Okay? And how do I know these things? Again, because I've tracked the data. I've studied. Okay? We've done our research. And to give you a little bit more details here, if you invest your money at 25%, no matter how much money it is, whether it's $1,000, $100, $1, $1 million, $10 million if you're buying in Dubai, if you invest your money at 14%, it will give you a return. Your money will come back in 86 months. If you invest your money at 25%, it will come back in 48 months. If you invest your money at a 30% return on its investment. No matter how much money you invest, if you invested at 30%, you get a 30% return, it's going to take you 40 months to get that amount of money back. I've done the research. I've studied it. I know this for a fact. This is the intelligence that I'm bringing to my training and my course that I want you guys to see. Okay, if you invest your money at 54%, if you were on day 3, which was yesterday, day 3, I talked about investing $10,000 of my own money to buy a note from a bank, and I knew that I wanted a 54% return. I also knew that if I was getting a 54% return on my investment, that I would get my investment back, my $10,000, in 22 months. Can you guys hear the high intelligence, the financial intelligence and the education that I'm going to be transferring to you when you become one of my students? And this is one-on-one training that I will give you. Next, the profit margin percentage. The profit margin percentage. How much of the deal is actually your profit? And again, the highest returns are from my students. That highest graph is from my students, again, that are buying notes. And this one here, the highest one is 92%. That was Ron's deal. Ron was the student that made the 1.2 million. He invested $110,000 to make the 1.2 million. So you can see that he had 92% of that deal was profit. Woo, analytics, I love them. Does the deal have any equity? Do you have any equity in the property, which is important? Again, I'm talking about key performance indicators, things that determine whenever you invest your money, will it be a deal? When you invest in real estate, you look at these statistics, and statistics will tell you if you have a deal. Most people, what do? They guess. They have no way of analyzing. They're using no logic. They're just using emotion. And then they wonder why they lose money. They're basing it off feelings. They're basing their investment decisions. They're basing their money that they put into the market on feelings. Feelings. Sure way to lose your money, ladies and gentlemen. And you need somebody like me to tell you the honest truth. Whenever you take your money and you place it in someone else's hands, and you don't send them through a process like I'm going through right now, you might as well kiss that money goodbye. Why would you put your money, your hard-earned money, into someone else's hands that's not sending you through this process so that they can show you how they evaluate their investment decisions using your money? Doesn't make any sense to me. I never, ever, ever give anybody my money so they can invest it for me. I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I've invested in my education. I have some smarts. I know how to go out, and I know how to find real estate deals, and I know how to make money. Why do I let someone else take my money and invest it for me? I invest my own money and keep all of the profits. I'm in control of my money. I make the decisions whether to keep it in there, take it out, sell it. It's my choice. What are we buying for on the dollar? What are we buying real estate for on the dollar? And if you look, you see the bank. That's the note end. If you look to the left, that's the real estate end. Look at how much the fix and flipper, look how much the wholesaler, look how much the landlord are paying on the dollar to own real estate. That's in white. And if you look at the far end, yesterday I talked about buying a note from the bank for $10,000. I bought that note for 25 cents on the dollar. So I'll look to the far end of the bank and I'll just tell you these numbers because you guys can't see them. My students are buying notes for 18 cents on the dollar, 34 cents on the dollar, 47 cents on the dollar. Holly bought a note for 2 cents on the dollar, 9 cents on the dollar, 45 cents on the dollar, and 13 cents on the dollar. Multiplying and increasing our money. I talked about this yesterday. As an investor, your job is to multiply, increase, grow your money. That's what an investor does. They take their money, they invest, and they want to see it multiply. I've measured the statistics, the numbers on my students' deals and my deals also, and look at there. Look at the multiples of money. The 44 times multiple was Holly. Holly bought a note for $9,000. She made $400,000. She multiplied her money 44 times as an investment. That's incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Buying notes from banks. And if you look to the far end, the wholesalers, the landlord, and the flippers are not even on the charts. They don't multiply their money as much as notes does. Again, this is why I call it the most valuable, the most profitable real estate system. The number one way for building wealth in real estate, bar none, is notes. While I transition to my next thing, you guys, I want you to grab your calculator. I want you to grab your calculator. You notice I put $1 million in that calculator first. I started that this morning. I said, hey, I'm going to remind my students, everybody watching, to get their calculator and get it ready, because that is how I'm going to teach you to invest in real estate, by you putting the numbers in the calculator so that you can do it for yourself. You can see it, go back to these trainings, re-listen to what I'm saying, and work the numbers so that you have a model to work for yourself. So grab your calculator, put $1 million in there, and just let it sit. Give me a second while I transition to my next thing, because what I want to show you now is a comparison. I want to show you a comparison between a fix and flip deal in comparison to what my student Holly did on her deal. Now, I showed you all the KPIs. Now what I've done is I've put them in an order so that you can see what all that means. Let's take a look. Comparison, a rehabber versus notes. The rehabber makes $35,000 in profit. They invest $115,000. Their return on investment, 30.4%. Time, 60 to 90 days. Their profit margin is 23%. The equity is profits, we don't have to worry about that. But they're paying 76 cents on the dollar. Okay? Let me just do one thing. That's a rehabber. That's a person that takes this property, they buy it, they fix it, they flip it, they sell it with a realtor, they stage it, just like HGTV, which the predominant amount of people are doing in real estate. Now let's talk about buying the paper, buying the note, buying the financing. Let's look at the profits. Again, same comparison. Holly made $400,000 on one deal. These are the KPIs. She invested $9,000. Her return on investment, 4,444%. She did that in 9 months. The amount of profit, her profit margin is 70.1%. Again, there was $170,000 of equity in that property. She paid 2 cents on the dollar for that note. That's amazing. Now, I'm going to compare Holly's deal to Ron's deal. Again, Ron made $1.2 million in 1 hour buying notes. Holly made $400,000 in 9 months. So what is the comparison? You know, if I was to ask you guys, which one, if you had a choice, would you choose? You obviously would tell me, hey, Terry, I'll take both of them. I'll take Ron's $1.2 million. That's a lot of money. I'll even take Holly's $400,000. Man, that's simply amazing. And again, how did these guys do this, you guys? How did they do this? I taught them how to invest in notes. My training. Holly paid $25,000 for her education. She went to a seminar. The seminar told them, hey, look, if you pay us $25,000, we have this fantastic, great guy, great personality, coolest guy in the world named Terry Bontemps that will come to your town and teach you for 3 days how to do real estate. That's what Holly did. Ron actually went to the bank to buy his commercial note. He walked into the bank and said, hey, I want to buy this property over here. The bank says we can't sell it. We can't sell it because we don't own it. And you know what he was doing? He was like, wow, what do you mean? What do you mean? So the bank told him, hey, we will sell you the note. So what does Ron do? Ron says, man, I ain't got no idea what notes are. So he gets on the internet. He starts surfing YouTube videos, and guess who he finds? He finds some great guy with a great personality, great smile, been involved in real estate for 40 years, been teaching people for 19 years. He's got 320 videos on YouTube. His name is Terry Bontemps. And guess what? He puts his phone number out. It's 916-470-3869. Hey, this is Terry. How can I help you? Yeah, you got a bank that wants to sell you the note, huh? All right, you want to go in and buy the note on Tuesday? Today is Friday, and you want a training? Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll charge you $700 for a Saturday and Sunday. I'll train you to you're blue in the face and you get tired, and that's what we'll do. So I trained Ron for 2 days. He goes into the bank on Tuesday. The bank was owed $850,000 for a note. The property was worth $1.3 million. The bank was owed $850,000. The bank was asking $300,000 for the note. My student Ron offered $110,000, gave him the cash, Bam. Closed the deal. 1 hour. Made 1.2 million. So let's look at the data. Let's compare each side of the coin. How does, excuse me, getting excited. How does the numbers look? Excuse me. How does the numbers look for both deals? All right, let's take Ron's 1.2 million profit, invested $110,000. His return on investment, 1,090%. His return on investment's a little lower than Holly's, but he closed the deal in 1 hour. Holly took 9 months. Ron's profit margin is 923%. Wow, he's got 1.2 million in equity, that's still profits. And he bought it for 9 cents on the dollar, a note from a bank. How about Holly? She made $400,000 of profit. She invested $9,000. Her return on investment's 4,444%. She did that in 9 months. Her profit margin is 70.1%. She left $170,000 in the deal. She flipped that and wholesaled it. Paid 2 cents on the dollar, you guys. Powerful. Houses, rehabbers. Oh, and I wasn't finished. There's one more. Multiplied their money. Let's see how much Ron multiplied his money, and let's see how much Holly multiplied her money. Her investment. Ron again multiplied his investment 10 times. Holly increased her investment 44 times. That means she made 44 times the money she invested. Ron made 10 times the money he invested. Ron invested $110,000, made 1.2. That's a 10 times multiple. Holly invested $9,000, made $400,000. That's a 44 times multiple. That's how you invest in real estate. It's how you multiply your money and increase your money, profits, and wealth. Give me 1 second while I get back to my main page. All right, again, that was kind of what I couldn't do yesterday because the pictures was a little bit too small. I've asked you guys to get your calculators so that I can teach you. A lot of times you guys are on seminars, webinars, and you're sitting there. You're like this, you're sitting there, and the person is just talking, and you're dazing off. And after so many times of hearing so much stuff, even when you read and there's so much stuff, page after page, you don't really absorb it. You don't soak it up. But what I'm learning is that if I have you guys participate, again, I ask you to put in your calculator $1 million. Put that in your calculator. That's your worth. That is the amount of money that you will have in your bank account. That's a millionaire status, right? Interesting. So do that. Participate. Play all out. Let me just do a recap. On day one of this challenge, I talked about COVID-19. I talked about how COVID is going to be the biggest financial opportunity for real estate investors to build wealth and profit from for the next 5 years. So if you're watching me right now and you are hearing me give this presentation, excellent opportunity right now because everybody's at home. The economy's opening up, I know that. But the economy is going to take some time to get caught up. The damage has been done by this COVID pandemic. You have landlords, that are taking a hit because they can't evict and tenants are not paying. How do I know that? Because I have a tenant that has not paid me since March of 2020. We're in October right now. I haven't had a payment since March. I cannot evict until February 1st, 2021. By the time I evict, she may be in there for 1 year without paying rent. I have expenses, I have upkeep, I have property taxes, And if that money was what I used to live on, it has created major problems financially for landlords. So who is your customer right now? That's your customer. That's who you should be marketing to. That's who you should be trying to get a hold to see if they've got some real estate that they want to sell, keep, or give away. And if they're in foreclosure, they may have a note that you can buy from the bank to produce the type of results that I'm showing you with my students. Similar results to Holly and Ron. If you're sitting there right now, I'm giving you the exact blueprint for how you can profit and make money during COVID and for the next 5 years to set your family up for life. It's up to you to decide if you want to do it. Okay? Again, there's homeowners that cannot make their mortgage payments. They're on a forbearance plan because their job has been furloughed. Their job is never coming back. They don't have the money to make the mortgage payment. COVID caused that. I talk about the 6 Ds. That's death, debt, divorce, and distress. Because of COVID, it is causing people to have financial anxiety. Death. People are dying because of COVID. In their passing, there is real estate. A family member may inherit this real estate that lives in North Carolina. The property's in California. It's cluttered. The family member just wants to get rid of it quick and they will sell it at a discount. That is your customer. There are people that are divorcing. Too much time together. COVID caused us to stay at home, to stay safe. They realized they got together and it was too much turmoil, not enough space, too much debt. COVID caused divorces. They have a property, they have a house. They decided to split up. They're never coming back again. She's going south, he's going north. They're never coming back to this house again. This is your customer, your client. Why? Because you may have a solution to help them solve this problem. Because if they don't solve it and they don't get it taken care of, they both will have a foreclosure on their credit report. You have solutions, you have answers. This is your client. What do you want to do? Save it, keep it, sell it, give it away, or if it's in foreclosure, we will try to buy the note. Distress. There's all kinds of distress caused by COVID. Okay? Death, debt, divorce, and distress will allow you to buy this at a discount so that you guys can make some dollars. Okay? There are people that just give their house away. I had a lady give me 2 houses on one lot. Her husband had passed away. She didn't want the houses. She was going to give them back to the bank. I asked her for those houses. Can I have them? She said yes. $2,100 a month is what I'm making on those 2 houses. I'll never sell them. Right now they're worth $400,000. I don't owe any banks any money on any of my real estate, and especially on that property. So I got $2,100 a month coming in a month that someone gave me because they didn't want the house. There are people out there, ladies and gentlemen, that will give their houses away. You just have to know how to ask, and they will give them to you. Okay? How do I know all of this, you guys? I got 2 foreclosures on my credit report. And if you could have gave me a solution, I would have given to you. Okay? Day 2, what is note buying? How can you buy notes and be the bank? Day 3, yesterday was 11 steps to build your wealth buying foreclosure properties directly from banks. Today, day 4, we're going to talk about how to buy notes from banks without using your own cash or credit. I'm going to show you how to buy notes from banks without using your own cash or credit. Day 5 tomorrow, the 7 exit strategies. The 7 exit strategies, the 7 ways how you can profit from buying notes from banks. Again, I've already mentioned to you guys, let's get that calculator. Okay, yesterday was the best training. I knew it was going to be because I prepped 18 hours to bring you some great content. Okay, guess what? Today is even going to be better. I didn't spend 18 hours prepping, but it's going to be better. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to find a partner, a money partner, and you're going to split your deals with that money partner 50-50. You've got the knowledge, you've got the smarts, you've got the know-how to find great real estate deals, okay? Your money partner is going to put up the money and you're going to split it 50-50. If you haven't seen The Banker movie, okay, The Banker movie, with Bernard Garrett and Samuel Jackson and Neil Long. It's an Apple product. You need to watch it. That's the best real estate movie I have ever seen in my whole life. In that movie, they flip a package of loans for $189,000 profit on a flip. Incredible movie. I've watched HGTV shows. This Banker movie is the best, bar none. Bernard Garrett is a hungry real estate investor just like you. He reminds me of me when I was coming up. I wanted to be great. I wanted to be a great real estate investor so I can take care of my family financially. Bernard Garrett started out as a shoe shine boy. He would shine the shoes of the rich businessmen that had money, they had wealth, and they had real estate. He would go home, write notes on what he learned. As he grew up, he wanted to be a mogul. He wanted to be a property owner. He wanted to be rich. He wanted to be wealthy, and you can see from day one, that was his determination. He went and stayed with his in-laws for a few days. The in-laws said, hey, I can get you a job at Boeing so that you can have a job. He says, nope. I'm going to be a property owner. I'm going to be a real estate investor. I'm going to be a mogul. So the movie takes you through his journey. And it reminds me of exactly what I did. And it reminds me of me because there was notes involved. And I'm in the note business and dealt with banks. The banker. Bankruptcy. Bank foreclosure millionaire. I love the banking side. I'm also going to show you how to flip notes with no money, no credit. How to flip a note with no money, no credit. Wholesaling notes. See, y'all think you need money. Y'all think you need money to do this business. If you have some money, that helps. You need knowledge, you guys. You need knowledge. So today, I need you to get your calculator. Please read that. I need you guys to get your calculator so I can teach you and show you how to make money, how to invest and build wealth. Today, I am going to teach you how. You will learn how to make money and be an investor if you just use your calculator like I'm showing you. Remember yesterday I talked about ROI? You must remember that. So your profit divided by your investment equals ROI, the return on your investment. Again, please, you guys, get this if you want to be an investor. Profit divided by investment equals ROI. Today, I'm not going to go over the formula much. I'm just going to say it. Y'all got to do it. Again, what's the day all about? How to buy notes from banks without using your own cash or credit. And if you got cash and credit, that makes it nice. The bank's going to want cash. Could be your cash, could be someone else's cash, but they want cash. Yesterday we talked about a property, okay, where I bought the note. We're looking at the second. That's what I'm looking at buying. There's a $35,000 second for 20 years. The monthly payment is $454.42. $454.42. The owner's not making the payments. Okay? They're going to borrow $35,000. They're going to pay back $74,000 in interest. That's well over $108,000. That's the loan that they signed up for to put on their property. Now, the reasons the interest rate is high is because this person probably had some credit challenges. So the bank, in order to secure themselves, put a high interest rate on it. But guess what? That interest rate didn't matter to that owner. They wanted the money. So they borrowed the money. Now when they pay it back, they'll pay back $109,000. Here's another way of looking at it. Try to make it simple for you guys. They borrowed $35,000, 14.75. Over 240 months, they're going to make payments of $454.42. That's the original. This is what we're looking at. This is what the bank is selling because this owner is not making their payments. This is what it is now. They're owed $40,000 to the bank because they weren't making payments. They're 17 payments behind. They owe $7,725.14. They stopped making payments for 17 months. They're behind $7,724.14. Now the bank could have foreclosed, started the foreclosure, but they didn't. The reason why I don't want to go into a lot of details because it can get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, cause us to get off track. But the bank has decided they want to sell it. So what happens? Terry Bontemps, because I'm in the business of buying these loans from banks. I buy these loans from banks so I can make a profit. The loan I just showed you, I'll buy it so I can make a profit. In that process, I can help that homeowner keep their home. I've been helping homeowners all across the United States keep their homes. I've helped homeowners in Arizona, California, and Nevada. I've helped homeowners in Florida, Illinois, and New York keep their homes because I bought their loan from the bank. The bank was selling it, I buy it. Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, banks sell their loans. Your loan has probably been sold on your house if you own your house. So I'm not doing nothing you probably don't know of. What I am doing though is doing something that very few people do. I've learned how to do this. I've been doing this for 19 years. I started teaching in 2001 others how they can make money with real estate buying notes like I do. I'm a leading authority in this space. My niche, what I'm really good at is buying second loans from banks. I can remember back years ago, a few of these gurus out here that are teaching notes, back then, it's saying it's dangerous to buy second notes. You'd be out of your mind to buy second notes. I just kept cashing my checks. And then they finally caught on. Oh yeah, seconds are great. Seconds are great. Let me tell you this, you guys. If you're trying to do this on your own, I'm gonna try to talk you out of it. The reason why is there's a lot of places to go wrong with notes. The note business is like this Rubik's Cube. You turn it, you twist it, you see all kinds of different things. There's a lot of things in play with notes, and you got to be able to laser in and focus on the big picture, and that's something that I've done. I've mastered this note business, so no matter how many different ways I look at it, no matter how many different colors I see, I can always bring it back to here because of my experience, because of my training. One wrong deal gone bad, and you will wish that you would have had an expert like me teach you the business. And there's many ways. I showed you guys the 11 steps yesterday. In any place in that process, you could lose your money. And if you're using other people's money to do these deals, you can lose their money. And that's not a good place to be. So, I want to buy that second mortgage. What's it worth to me? I said, you know what, Terry? I'll spend $10,000. Look at me talking to myself. You know what, Terry? Yeah, Terry. What do you want, Terry? I'm going to spend $10,000. I'm going to spend $10,000 to buy that from the bank. Why? Why did I pick $10,000? I picked $10,000 because if I can get that owner to make the payments of $454.42, remember they weren't making them, they had missed 17, but if I can get them paying again, because I got a great personality, I love talking to people, I believe I can get that person to make the payments. They may not be able to make all the payment, but maybe they can make some of the payment. Let's say they can't make $454.42. What if they can make $300? What if they can make $300? Okay? I should do this. I should do this. All right, here we go, you guys. Get that calculator. $300. Their payment is $454.42, right? $300. Put that in your calculator. We're going to calculate the ROI if they pay $300 a month. So take your $300, you're going to multiply it by 12, right? Because that's going to give you your annual profit. So multiply by 12, that's going to give you $3,600 a month. I'm sorry, a year. So if I bought that for 10 grand, I would get $3,600 in 1 year. 3 years, I'll have my money back. Okay? Now, I want to decide what my ROI is. So what I want to do is divide it by the 10,000 that I invested. Divided by 10,000, and like I told you guys yesterday, you got to move the decimal place 2 places to the right, or you got to multiply it by 100. I would get a 36% ROI if I did that deal and if I got that owner to make the payments. How many of you are making 36% return on your money? So even if I got them to modify the loan to go from $454.42 to $300 a month, I still would make 36%, but I didn't look at it that way initially. My first initial reaction was, I want 54. When I put my money out in the market, no matter how much money it is, I wanted 54% ROI for me. So what did I do, you guys? Here's what my numbers look like. I bought it for $10,000. My interest rate, if I could have got them to pay $454.42, would be 54%. Let's do the math. Let's run the numbers. What do you got to do when you run numbers? You need this thing. It's smart. It will make you money. Keep you from losing money also. So my payment, $454.42. Bam. Multiply by 12. Come on, you guys are getting this now. Now you're starting to understand financial education. They don't teach this in school. $54.5304. That's my yearly. That's what I get if that person makes $454.42 a year. $5,453.04. Now what do? Divide it by your investment. That's how you get your ROI. So we're going to divide it by $10,000. And again, you guys, you got to multiply it by 100 or move it 2 places to the right. You do that. See if you get the same thing that I get. Oh shoot, I did the wrong number. Boom. Got too excited. Still too excited. 0.42 times 12 divided by 10,000 equals times 100. My return, just like I showed you on the paper, 54%. That's how you build wealth. That's why note buying is the most powerful real estate wealth building system in the world. I'm the bank. I don't do any maintenance. I don't do any repairs. I don't fix no toilets. I don't paint. I don't go to Home Depot when I'm the bank. Think about it. You own your house. Does the bank do any of those things? Does the bank paint, fix your toilets? Does the bank do repairs? Does the bank do any maintenance on your property? No, that's your responsibility. The bank, all they want you to do is what? Send that monthly payment to them. Send that monthly payment. That's all they do. Here's what you guys are saying to me. I can hear you. I know what you're saying. See, I hear you guys. You know why? Because I was the same way. I was the same way. I know what you're saying. Terry, I don't have no money. I don't have no money, credit, or experience. When will you get the money? There's a reason you don't have the money. It's because you don't know how to have your money work for you. You don't know how to have your money working hard for you at night while you're asleep. You're used to getting up, going to the job, punching a clock, getting a check, and then that check is gone by the time you get it. Paycheck to paycheck. Year after year after year after year after year after year, working for a paycheck. I'm not talking down to you, but you're working hard for the money. You've got to learn how to make your money work hard for you. I put $10,000 to get $454.42 a month. Every first of the month, I get a check. I don't work for that money. That money comes to me month after month after month, and then I get my investment of $10,000 back, and it just keeps on working and working and working. Passive income. But Terry, you don't understand. I don't have no money to invest in real estate. You just don't understand. Not laughing at you, laughing with you. Terry, I don't have $10,000 to buy notes so I can invest in real estate. Money. See, you're worried about money. You don't need money. You don't need money, you guys. If you don't have any, that qualifies you. Because see, if you can't make money without money, you ain't gonna be able to make money with money. People think that money makes the deal. Look at that, money just sits there. It ain't moving, it ain't doing ain't nothing. The money doesn't make the deal, y'all. This, your thinking, your education, your knowledge, your experience is what makes the money. The money's just a tool. So if you sit around saying, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no money, maybe if you learned how to invest in real estate so that you didn't need to use your own money and your own credit, then maybe you could get some money. Then maybe you'll have some money to pay off your debt. Some extra money to pay cash for what you want. One day, like I did, I quit the job and said, hey, look, I'm losing money coming in because I know how to make money in real estate. And if I spend my time working on real estate instead of being at this job, I'd have more. I'd have free time. I could spend time with my family. I can spend time with my kids, go to their school activities. I can volunteer at my church because I got time. I'm financially free because of real estate. I can spend time in my community. I can take care of my mother and father that are getting elderly. I can own a home, put my family in my home, take care of them and love on them because I own this home. You can buy another home for the elderly, for women, for kids, and house them. Your mission in life, I've got two students, Miss B and Miss Lloyd. They're in Georgia. They want to open up a home for women, to take care of women. Treat them good, feed them, take care of them, love on them. I said, come on, y'all. Real estate to pay for that dream. What is your mission? If you didn't have a job, you'd have to worry about finances. What would you do in life with all the time because you got money? Money is not the purpose. Your mission is the purpose. What would you do in life, you guys, that you can't do because you got to go work for the money? Tired when you get home from work. 8-10 hours a day, tired. Got to go in on the weekends, tired. I ain't had a job in forever. Look at this smile on my face. I'm financially free. There's no true freedom like financial freedom. Terry, it's day 4, boy, you still hot. But Terry, I'm telling you, y'all don't need money. Money helps if you have it. I had the $10,000. Let me tell you guys, you need the knowledge on how to do what I'm doing. And when you know this, you can find people that have money and show them how you can give them a great return on their investments. How to make money in real estate without, bam, having money. How to make money in real estate. All right, so what are you guys getting on your savings account? What are you getting on that savings account, y'all? This is what the bank's giving you and everybody else and me. So all these people out here that are getting 1%, 2%, 3%, guess what? They need a better investment vehicle. They need somebody that knows what they're talking about so they can do better than 1, 2, and 3. Who is that? That's you. Right? That's you. All right, remember again, the bank, okay? They have this loan, $35,000. They're getting $454.42 a month. What's the bank's ROI, you guys? Come on, let's do this. I got to get you to practice. Come on, this is how you become an investor. Work these numbers. $454.42. You're going to multiply that times 12. That's going to give you, that's how much the bank is getting a year. Now we're going to divide it by the investment. See, the bank invested $35,000. So let's do the math. Divided by 35,000. And then multiply it by 100. Bam. 15.58. That's what the bank's getting. The bank that originated this loan is only getting a 15% return on their investment. All right? It ain't the best, and it ain't the worst. Hey, Terry, your bank is giving you the same thing. That's right. My bank, for sitting my money in my bank, they're giving me 1, 2, or 3%. It ain't going nowhere. So I said, you know what? Look, I got to get a better return than that. I got to build some wealth. I got to be able to leave some wealth and a legacy and inheritance to my kids. I can't do it getting 1, 2, and 3% from the bank. So I said, hey, look, man, I want to invest my money. I want to invest my money. I want to buy a loan from a bank for $10,000, and they're going to give me $454.42 a month. Now, you guys know how to do the math already. What's my ROI if I invest $10,000 and I'm getting $454.42 a month? Come on, y'all, work with me. Work this calculator. 454.42 times 12. Boom. That, again, it's 5,453 a year. Divided by 10,000. You guys have already done this, but I got to keep just enforcing it. Repetition again and again and again and again. Can you see why I'm so good at what I do? Because I do it repetitiously over and over and over again so that I become an expert. Multiply it by 100. Again, 54%. Do I want 54%? Or do I want what the bank's giving me? I got $10,000 sitting in the bank. The bank ain't gonna give me no interest. I go out and invest myself 40 times, 44 times, 50 times what the bank is giving me by using my own smart intelligence. I'm making 54% on my money, you guys. So the question is, Terry, I don't have any money. I don't have the $10,000. Okay, here we go, y'all. You're going to find a partner to put up the $10,000. You're going to find a partner to put up $10,000. Okay? You're going to split the deal with them 50-50. So 50%, half of $454.42 is $227.21 a month. You get $227.21. Your money partner gets $227.21. Doesn't sound like a lot, What's the ROI? What's the ROI? That's what you got to go after. So take the 227.21, right? Take that, and you're going to multiply it by 12. That's what your investor gets for putting up $10,000, $2,726.52. Now, let's divide it by the $10,000 that they invested, and let's see what their ROI is. Don't forget to multiply it by 100. Bam! Your partner that puts up the money is earning 27% ROI. You tell someone, hey, look, you got money. I can buy a note from a bank for $10,000. I will get you a 27% return on that $10,000. You'll get $227 a month. So let's say that person says, it ain't the greatest. All right. So ask them, what are you getting by letting your money stay in the bank? 1, 2, or 3. I can get you 27. 9 times, a multiple of 9 times that. But what if your partner says, not enough? Why don't we give them 70% of that monthly payment, that $454.42? So if you multiply $454.42 times 70%, your money partner now gets $318.09 a month. Yeah, because see, people don't understand numbers. They don't understand math. So when you say, well, you get $318.09 a month, if you put up $10,000 for the deal, they ain't excited about it because they can't see. But when you show them the ROI, boom, and you show them what the bank's getting, guess what? You got their attention. All right, so again, let's go $318. $318.09 a month. That's 70% of that $454.42 multiplied by 12. You guys know what to do next. That's what you get when you multiply by 12. So the person that gives you 10 grand will get $38.17 a year. Okay? You're going to divide it by the 10,000 that they are borrowing. Again, 10,000. Okay? That's what you get, but you got to multiply it by 100. That is the return on investment for your partner if you give them 70% of that monthly payment. That's 38% return on their investment. 38% return on their investment. Can you guys see how I love what I'm doing? Can you see why I'm an expert? Can you see why I've got all these graphs and charts and KPIs and analytics and data? Because I use that for intelligence, for making smart investment decisions. I'm not going on feelings. I'm going on facts. Money partner, what are you getting in the bank? 1, 2, or 3%. I can get you 30, got a little breeze coming in. 38% ROI. They might like it, they may not like it. Tell you what, let's flip a note, you guys. Let's flip that note. Let's say the person says, okay, I'm in. I'll put up the 10,000. I want the $381. I like this deal better. Give me the $318 a month. And I'm in. I want that 38% ROI. That mailbox money. Then you give them this nice little surprise. This note that you bought is worth $40,000. Why don't you try selling it or flipping it? Okay, it's worth 40. Now, what did you guys pay? 10. It's worth 40. You guys paid 10. Man, we can flip it. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. Let's flip the note that you bought for $10,000 for $35,000. Oh! Come on, Uncle Terry. You're delivering today. What do you mean? Wait a minute. Something fishy going on. Terry, wait a minute, dude. You telling me I can buy that note for $10,000 and turn around and flip it to another investor for $35,000? Why on earth, Terry, would anybody be willing to pay that amount of money for a note that's only worth 40? It's only worth 40, Terry. Why? Why would someone pay $35,000 for something that's owed $40,000? Why, Terry? Come on, tell me why. Hey, secret sauce. I ain't gonna tell you. You have to join my coaching program to get that answer. Terry defies logic. No one would want to buy it. Why would someone pay $35,000 for something that's owed 40? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand here what I'm about to do. Follow me. In order for you to build and have wealth, you have to know how wealth is built. And real estate is math. You have to know how it's built. If you don't know anything about what I'm getting ready to say and teach you right now, I'm getting ready to teach you why somebody would pay $35,000 for something that's owed 40. If you didn't know how to do that, you could never do it. You could never build wealth doing what I'm getting ready to show you. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you have to know how wealth is built in order for you to have and build wealth. A lot of us, we've seen people go to the job and get a paycheck. We haven't seen people that have wealth and have built wealth and own things and properties and they own real estate. So what have you done? What have you done in your life? Have you built the wealth, or you've done what everybody else has done by going to the job and working paycheck to paycheck? I'm showing you how to build wealth. The most powerful wealth building real estate system in the world is what I'm showing you right now. Notes, mortgages. The most powerful real estate system in the world is notes. I'm getting ready to show it to you. Hang in there. I'm trying to get you a new mindset to think about wealth, money, investing, estate planning, debt-free living, and real estate. Why you must learn how to invest in real estate, or else you're going to keep working for money, paycheck to paycheck, saying, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. It's because you didn't learn how to invest and build wealth. It's how banks have become the most powerful and the richest institutions in the world. Mortgages and notes. Since day one, the bank said, hey, if you want to buy a house, we'll provide the financing. You pay $100,000 for the house. You give us payments of $1,000 a month for 30 years. So over those 30 years, the bank, for loaning you $100,000, will make $250,000. That's exactly how the bank gets rich. The rich don't have jobs, you guys. They don't work for money. They make money work for them. The rich don't work for money. They have money work for them. You guys have heard that. But no one's shown you how that's done. I'm doing it right now. Day number 4. I'm showing you how it's done. How do I know? How do I know all this? This ain't conjecture. I ain't making this up. This ain't no Toastmaster speech. This ain't no TED Talk. This is what I've been doing for the last 19 years. I bought my first house when I was 20 years old because my uncle told me, save your money, buy a house, pay it off. Glad I listened to him. I had a mentor in my teenage years, my uncle, who was a real estate investor. I asked him one day, I said, hey, what do you do for a job? I don't have no job. I'm a real estate investor. I own a duplex. I live on one side, the tenant lives on the other side. The tenant pays all of my expenses to live on. I don't need a job. I own real estate. What? What did you just say? My mom, my dad, my uncle, my nieces, my aunts, my friends, my in-laws, they all got jobs. So wait a minute now, you don't have a job? What are you? I'm a real estate investor. All right, now how does that work again? Look, son, pay attention. This property, it's a duplex. I live on one side, tenants on the other side. The tenant pays all of my expenses. They pay my mortgage. They pay my house, my expenses. They pay my food. They pay my groceries, my clothes, my car, my everything. I go, what? What? You don't have to have a job because you own this stuff? He goes, yeah. He said, let me tell you something. You buy one of these, you save your money so you can buy it. I want you to pay it off so you don't have any debt. As a teenager, what? Don't blow your money. Save your money, buy a house, pay it off so you have no debt. Best advice I've ever had, because 2001, the 9/11 bombings, 2008, Great Recession, 2020, I owe no banks, no money on my real estate. I have no debt. No credit card debt, no automobile debt, no student loan debt. I don't owe anybody money. I pay cash. I don't even use credit. I don't even know what my credit score is. I haven't checked on my credit probably in 20 years. Understand this, you guys. When I invest my money, I know what return I want and how long it will take to get my money back. Again, I told you guys I bought the note for $10,000. I got a 54% return. I knew that I would get my money in 22 months if I can get that owner to make the $454.42. So why, Terry? Come on, man. Quit holding out on me. Quit holding out on me, Terry Von Tips. So why would someone pay $35,000 for something that's only worth $40,000? Come on, Terry, quit it, man. You got me on edge. I'm on pins and needles. Stop it. Can you guys tell I'm having fun? I enjoy this. I enjoy teaching. Come on, Terry, let's deliver it. They're paying $35,000 for the income stream. What's the income stream, Terry? Remember, this loan had 220 payments on it of $454.42. Let me take you back. Let me take you back, y'all. If I can find some of these notes pretty quickly. That one doesn't show it. All right, save us a little time. The reason someone will pay $35,000, especially for a note buyer, is because of those 220 payments that are remaining on the loan at $454 a month. Please multiply 220 remaining payments times 454.42. That's if the owner makes every single payment. They will pay back $99,972.40. What are you saying, Terry? That homeowner, because of the loan they signed, they'll be paying $454.42 a month for 220 more months, which is going to round up to be about $100,000. That's what's remaining on this, $100,000. So if you look at that, if I was to invest your money partner, if someone would buy the loan, let's say your money partner put up the 10 grand, right? And they're getting that 38%. And you tell them, how about if we flip that note? How about if we flip that note that you paid 10 for, let's flip it for $35,000. And you tell them, I know, you don't understand why, but let me tell you why. Because the person that will pay $35,000 will want that 220 payments at $454.42, so they can get $99,972.40 over the loan. What's the ROI? What's the ROI? What's the ROI? That's the question you guys got to be able to answer. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. So let's look at it. You guys are selling that note for $35,000. Let's look at your profit. You bought it for 10, you're getting 35. How much is your profit? I'm gonna fill it in red here. Put a check mark so you guys can see it. So, bam, automatically you deduct what you paid from the 35, so you guys are getting a $25,000 profit initially. Up top, I got the wrong hand, right here, $25,000. If you sell the note for 35, you get 25. Wow. All right, now before you can sell that note for 35,000, we have something called seasoning. Seasoning means another note buyer will not want to buy it for 35 unless they see a track record of payments. You bought the note, the homeowner, you bought the note for 10, the homeowner's made 6 payments to you, so that means it's seasoned. 6 payments have been made to you, okay? So let's look at the 6 payments. The 6 payments, of $454.42 have been made to you. So you got 6 payments of $454.42, and that's $2,727. It's right up under the 25. So you're going to sell it for 35. You're going to get $25,000 profit. Plus you got 6 payments of $2,727. Add those two numbers, $25,000 and $2,727. Add those together, you guys, and that's how much your profit is. $27,727. $27,727 is your profit for flipping that note for 35 grand. But now, what is your ROI? You bought it for 10 and you're making $27,727. Your profit is $27,727. That's your profit. Divided by what you invested. Remember, your money partner bought it for 10? Multiply it by 100. 277%. OMG. You guys just made 277% ROI because you bought a note for $10,000, you sold it for $35,000, and you got 6 monthly payments of $2,727 for a grand total of $227,727. Oh my gosh, you didn't touch the property, you didn't paint, you didn't fix any toilets, you didn't go to Home Depot, you didn't hire contractors. You're dealing in the paper, y'all. Y'all dealing in the paper. That's why I love this business. Woo-wee. But wait a minute. Terry, you still ain't told me why someone would spend $35,000 to buy something that's worth $40,000. I told you they want them payments, you guys. Let's look at this. The investor bought it for $35,000. Let's see what their return is. They're buying it for $35,000. That's their investment. That's their investment. What are they getting for investing $35,000? They're getting the 454.42, right? That's what they're going to get a month, 454.42, and they're going to multiply it by 12. They're going to get that for their yearly investment. They paid $35,000. This is what they get a year, probably 7 years roughly, get their money back. Now we got to divide it by the investment, divided by the $35,000. Got to multiply that by 100. That is their return on investment. 15%. They're getting a 15% ROI for buying it for $35,000. But you're going, Terry, that ain't a whole lot, Terry. 15% ain't a whole lot, Terry. Oh boy, you done got so big and so smart now. 15% ain't really big for you. When you've been hearing me talk about, I like to earn 54. My student Holly made 4,444. My student Ryan made 1,090. Oh boy, guess what? 15 is peanuts. How much were they getting from their bank? 1, 2, or 3%. And you're able to offer someone 15% on ROI by paying $35,000. 15.5% ROI. So again, let's keep looking at this. I'm going down this chart. You're looking over here. If someone paid 35 grand, they're going to get a 15.58% ROI. How long is it going to take to get their money back? How long is it going to take for them to get their $35,000 back? That's something I need to know. How long is it going to take me to get my money back? So they invested $35,000. Divide that by your monthly payment. It's going to take them 77 months to get their money back. 77 months to get their money back, okay? Let's put that in. A little bit more than 6 years to get their money back. Now I'm going to do some new math for you guys, okay? Now remember, how many payments were there remaining on the loan when you bought it for 10? That's right, 220. They had to make 6 payments, okay, to season the loan. So we're going to do our math. 214 payments remaining on the loan for the person that's trying to buy it for $35,000. Then we said it's going to take 77 payments so they can get their investment back. Okay? 77 payments to get the investment back. There's 137 payments remaining. 137 payments remaining. How many of you guys? 137. I'm ready to wrap this up. 137 payments remaining. Again, they get a 15%, let me get my numbers right, 15% ROI over here. It's going to take them 77 months to get their investment back if they pay 35 grand for it. There's 137 payments remaining, you guys. 137 payments remaining. Now, all we have to do is multiply 137 times 454, and that's what the person will be paying $35,000 for. So the math is this. $137 payments remaining times 454.42. 137 times 454.42, $62,255.54. Getting ready to drop the mic. 62,000. Got to put my dollar sign on there so you guys know we ain't talking about just peanuts. $62,255.54. That is why someone will spend $35,000 to buy the note from you. You flipped it. You got a money partner to put up $10,000. You guys flipped it and sold it for $35,000. Why would somebody spend $35,000? Because they'll get their money back and there's $62,000 remaining of profit for them. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's a spreadsheet. That's the numbers. These are facts. You're selling for $35,000. You're going to make a $25,000 profit. You seasoned the loan for 6 months, which got you $2,727 of payments. Your total profit is $27,727. You made a 277% ROI. What's in it for the person that buys it for $35,000? Okay, they get a 15% ROI. It's going to take them 77 months to get their money back. 137 payments remaining at $454.42. That's going to produce a profit of $62,255 for the person that you flipped the note to, something you bought for $10,000. Wow. I love this business, you guys. I love this business. Why? No competition. Everybody wants to be a wholesaler. They want to wholesale houses. Competition. Everybody is teaching how to wholesale houses. Nobody is teaching how to wholesale notes and paper. Today was all about this. How to buy notes from banks without using your own cash or credit. That's day 4. I told you it was going to be better than day 3. How about day 5? You got to tune in to see what day 5 is all about. You guys got any questions? My phone number is 916-470-3869. I'm going to tell you about my coaching program. My coaching program, you're going to be on the phone with me 2 times a week, 8 times a month, 100 times in a year. Me and you one-on-one. You've seen my free for 4 days. You got one more day coming. Have you received value? Some of you are going to go try to do it yourself. I ain't trying to kill nobody's dreams, but you need a coach. You need a mentor. You need me to help you, to make sure you don't make no mistakes with your money or anybody else's money or with these numbers and this process and this system that I've been teaching you. I only got room for 10 more people. I only got room for 10 more people. Okay? After I get 10 new students, I'm going to a group training where you're going to be in a group with 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 100 people. I don't know. I have a real estate group with 50,000 real estate investors that we have their emails. I'll be presenting my 5-day course to them. My coaching program is going to be full. Not only that, but I have a women's group. The largest women's group in the United States, I do believe. They're in 30 countries, 6 continents. And I get to provide them financial education. I get to teach them how to invest. I get to teach them how to build wealth. I get to teach them about money. I get to teach them about investing. I get to teach them about estate planning. I get to teach them about living debt-free. And I'm developing a curriculum for that women's group based upon what I'm working with you guys on. This is my initial launch. I wanted to do this to get the feel of what it's like to work 5 days, and I've enjoyed it. Now I'm ready to move it on to the world. I am ready to move on to bigger, greener pastures. Pastures. That ain't the right word. Like sound like I'm saying pastors. All right. Global. To be global, you guys. I have the opportunity. Estonia. I don't even know where that's at. One of the people in this, one of the ladies in this women's group is from Estonia. I think it's Europe. I can't even spell it. I'm ready. 40 years in this business of training, the last 19 years of teaching students all over the world how to invest in real estate. 320 videos, real estate videos on YouTube. Wow. I'm having fun. So hey, O'Neill, how you doing? Good stuff. Yes, sir. Thank you, O'Neill. Appreciate it. All right, that's it for me. Again, Terry Bontemps, I've had a great time. 4 days, I'm still pumped. I'm still excited. Can't wait till tomorrow. This has been phenomenal. This is the kind of stuff you guys will pay good money for. Going to seminars. You'll spend this type of money. But the real kicker is the content, but being able to personally work with me one-on-one on the phone. So if you want one of those 10 spots, I think I got 9 spots now. If you want one of those last 9 remaining spots where I'll work with you one-on-one instead of going into a group, you need to call me, 916-470-3869. Again, it's Terry Bontemps wishing you success, health, happiness, prosperity. It's been a pleasure, you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.